everybody?
That was a very hearty woo.
I was feeling it.
Do we have sound? Can you hear us this week? Can you hear us out there?
We did a whole show and just gone.
If there's, I guess, an upside to that, we didn't know any better, so we still got the drink.
Yeah. Huh. And we both derailed this week, so
Oh boy, it was a week. It was the weekend didn't end until last night.
well, it was a holiday week.
It was a holiday week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Holiday.
So I guess we could expand on that, huh? We had some Anthony and
Yeah.
Bree.
There was tastings.
Several tastings.
Yes.
Luckily, with a day in between.
So our normal whiskey club expanded. We flapped our little wings and expanded. And two of the bottles today, if you haven't guessed already, are not brown.
Yeah, one's purple,
Right?
and the other one is really a great looking bottle. It's yeah, that white bottle, quite festive.
So yes, in amount of 4 days, we had two different tastings. The first being a gin tasting, which it sounds horrible. What I can't give it justice because our normal whiskey tastings is just I don't know half ounce ish of whatever
Yeah,
green spot. We'll do a half ounce of that and then move on to whatever else brown. But the gin tasting, we had a very
gracious host.
yeah, well, yes, but I'm just saying. So it was just like a taste. I mean, it got your glass wet, and you kind of did that. And yes, very gracious host because she was making tonic, gin and tonics, but cucumber and
All kinds of unique
melon and strawberry stuff, and I think we had a fizz.
So they would serve us a sample to taste of a gin.
Right.
And while that was going around the table, the hostess, thank you again, Bree, is busy in the kitchen then making a cocktail with the gin that we sampled. And so we would sample it, everybody kind of discuss good, bad, what we liked, what we didn't like, whatever. And then we get it served to us in a cocktail. And man, talk about a new dimension to a tasting night. Because they put a lot of effort into that, and that was really cool.
And my eyes are opened on the gin. They have been for a while, and I guess I'm more of I'm not. It's hard to. You should do one. It's hard to explain because you do an old fashioned, and you can compound and add this and subtract that and do this. The gin and tonic is just everywhere.
Yeah, there's cucumber and pepper and all kinds of stuff in there. And yeah, I think you and I are both fans of gin. But I think I know my horizons were I had my horse blinders on, so it was Tanqueray or Bombay Sapphire was pretty much my range. Some Hendrix, but it was pretty much my range of gin. If I'm going to have a gin and tonic, that's what I'm going to go to the liquor store and buy. And I found out that there is a whole wide range of what's out there in gins, flavor-wise, appearance-wise.
And a lot of players in the game.
A lot.
Snoop Dogg, what up? And,
Snoop makes some good gin. Just saying. I don't remember what that one was called, but it was good. That was a real good one.
Hidalgo?
Double Dog, Double DOG.
Strawberry gin was but great night. And then yesterday, Monday, thanks holiday, We had another little thing at your house.
Yeah,
So,
little
uh,
impromptu, not the usual crowd. Not everybody had the day off, but a couple of just a few good friends over to. One is always been very gracious in sharing his whiskey collection with me, and I got to say, he is partially responsible for getting me kicked off into the bourbon world as deep as I've gotten into it. This guy literally has a laminated menu of all of his whiskeys. So when you go to his house, you get a laminated menu laid in front of you, and oh, well, what would you like to taste today, sir? And so I've drank at his house twice. It was about time for me to return the favor. And I would say a good time was had by all till maybe the end.
yeah. Till
No, we
about
had a good time.
till about 8 o'clock at night, we were just. "Ooh, I'm done."
Well, maybe 2 tastings in a 3 day span or so.
Lessons learned or not learned, whatever.
Well, you know what? I don't. I enjoyed them both. I mean, that's the thing. It's not even so much. Yeah, the alcohol was great. The cocktails were great. Hanging out with people that you enjoy hanging out with is kind of what it is all about.
I'll give you that one.
So,
And we do have another bottle, not this week. I'll drop it now. We do have a latest from Old Forester to
oh, that's right.
somehow appear on the show. Maybe we'll get back to bourbon someday and show a little 1924.
Well, it might not. So we have 2 Irish products here, and then
Yeah.
one it's not. Um, so I guess you want to. We'll start with the gin.
All right.
You want to go with your selection there?
Sure. So this is my offering for the gin tasting. The bottle won me over. So let me get you. The bottle is very
Ornate.
ornate, I guess. Everything is hand painted. Or I guess not. Maybe it's.
It almost feels like it.
I don't know.
It's,
It's very cool.
yeah.
So the bottle won me over. However, as soon as I brought it, they're like, "Ooh, that's a good one." And I have to say yes. From what I remember. Now, where would you like it today, sir? Would you like the?
What you poured there is just about right. Yeah. Yeah. Clear liquor on the Bourbon Boys show again.
No, White Dog.
Oh, that smells so good, though.
So yeah, I'm probably gonna slaughter this. It reminds me of Rochambeau for some reason, but no, this is Shambo. Gunpowder, I believe, is the name. But it's a Irish gin with what is it? Tea and
Sardinian citrus.
yeah. So a tea, lemony tea.
Oriental botanicals. A6 proof. And an Irish gin.
So we are spanning the drinking continent today because we have we have an Irish whiskey, we have a purple gin, and we have a Irish gin.
Right.
Sure.
Why not?
Rolls off the
You
tongue.
know? 2 Irish products, and like I say, I'm not. Shame on me. I don't recall. Victoria Distillers, British Columbia. Okay, so this is a Canadian gin.
Hey.
Hey, don't you know? Poser?
So I guess we can do our normal stuff. I don't know if gin is supposed to coat.
Yeah, I don't know. Oils and all that. I mean, it does coat. I mean, I've got legs running down the side of the glass here, but
If you're used to Tanqueray or a Bombay or whatever, this is not that.
it's not your father's gin.
And the tea, it definitely reminds me of like iced tea.
Yeah, definitely lemon on the palate.
Yeah,
I mean, the lemon just pops. Very. I want it to be 80 degrees outside. 'Cause I think this will make a great um, gin and tonic.
I
I
think
think
that.
it did actually.
Oh, I don't
I'm
even
not
know if
sure.
it.
She made something. Sorry, Bree.
See, she ruined me on the gin and tonic because I'm sorry. The gin and tonic for me was gin tonic, maybe lime, and I'm done. I'm
Right.
drinking. It's not like an old fashioned where you had to, muddle the sugar if you're doing a cube and bitters and this that. And, yeah, it takes time. However, she was in the kitchen all night.
And yeah, making some great cocktails.
Have me ruined on the gin and tonic.
Right. I think my favorite add-on to that was the cucumbers diced up.
Mm-hmm.
That was really nice. And again, to me, gin has always been a summertime drink, and I think it still falls in that realm for me. Just the flavor profile, because this on a hot day, a gin and tonic with this would be just on point.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to try that. And I don't know what the difference is in the Irish gin. It tastes. It's a horrible example. It tastes like a Tanqueray. I mean the profile.
How dare you, sir?
Well, no, I'm just saying that it's not like
Anthony.
Bombay and all that is like a dry gin, I believe.
Yes.
So I'm just saying it drinks. The profile is elevated for sure. I'm just saying it tastes like a regular. It's not like a bourbon compared to an Irish whiskey or a.
It's not like Snoop's gin even, because that was more of a fruit punchy kind of.
Right.
It's like the gin and the juice.
Right.
If you're a Snoop fan, you know what I'm talking about.
This is definitely Bombay elevated, but
Okay,
you're in
I'll
the
give you
same
that.
you're in the same taste profile, just way more taste.
Right. Like a Jack Daniels versus Pappy, you're still drinking
Right.
bourbon. They're just,
Right.
Gotcha. Okay.
I'm trying to do gin justice because I like the gin, but Mr. Anthony makes I like gin.
I did. Yeah.
It's hard to vocalize gin, I guess.
Right. So we're so entrenched in the bourbon world that
I mean, it's not brown. What's
Oh.
wrong with this?
right. Yeah, they left the food coloring out, and then you've got. We might as well just. I just brought it out to showcase what I had brought to the gin tasting, but
well,
I might as well pour a little bit, right? What's it going to hurt?
we've already derailed the show today, so you might as well pop all three.
Right. Now this cap is a bit of a challenge. It's so slick, and it's like the same size as the neck of the bottle.
And just to compound the gin profile, I believe this one is kind of like your Snoop Dogg. It's more. This is more florally, but it's not your typical lane, if you will.
Yeah, it's stepping out a line, half a step. So it's Empress 1908 Indigo Gin. It's the coloring comes from butterfly pea flower, handmade, small batch, and again, it's a citrus and spice kind of palette. Unique. I honestly, again, we were tasked with. Well, we always bring. We do a whiskey tasting. Well, everybody will bring a bottle, and our host, it was their first time hosting, and so wasn't sure on the proper etiquette, so we brought bottles.
The rules,
Yeah, because they had a great variety, a lot of Hendricks, and I had no idea Hendricks made so many different gins,
right.
but a huge variety of gins. And by chance, there's already a bottle and a half of this there when I arrived, but We cracked it open anyway.
Well, let alone the whole limited secondhand market
Yeah,
kind of stuff going on with gin that I wasn't aware of. So
right. Well, and that's one of the. If you're a bourbon fan, you're gonna love getting into gins because fairly high end bottles there that were 40 or under. Yeah, I think I paid 36 or 38 for mine. It's insane the difference in pricing between uh, gin and bourbons. And I've got a theory on that, but I got to take a sip of this before I get into that. Unless you'd like to expound on it.
well, I think we don't want to downplay gin. It's just there's no aging with it. You don't have to have a bottle of gin sitting on the shelf for 5, 10, 25 years. So, I mean,
You don't lose that angel share.
yeah, the back end is a lot nicer for the price tag on gin.
The two things that are against bourbon for cost is one, it goes into a barrel for, if it's anything worth drinking, 4 years or more. So you're going to lose, you don't get any return on that product for at least 4 years. And two, it evaporates through those barrels pretty significantly. And we saw that in Kentucky.
Right.
And so you're going to lose possibly up to 2/3 of your product before you ever get to bottle it. So that's a couple of key factors in what drives bourbon costs up. This is, I like it, but it is a good step off of the path of a regular gin. It doesn't have the upfront juniper like I think you get on yours or more traditional kind of gin.
Right.
It's a lot more muted, it seems like.
The back end seems to open both ways for me. It's a little hotter on the backside, but the floral notes pop along with it.
Gotcha. Yeah, it's 80 proof, so it's not a very high proof, and I don't think any of them are. I think 86 might have been the peak of what we drank at the tasting. Um, but yeah, very subdued. Oh, nice, but subdued overall flavor. But I do like it.
And once again, that will make a very elevated gin and tonic. Because, I mean, just the color alone is kind of a. I don't know.
I call it indigo gin.
It almost reminds me of a horrible example of like an antifreeze kind of. But no, just the. I mean, the tint.
Yeah,
Like, I know antifreeze is yellow, but it's not like, oh, it's yellow. It's kind of a, ooh, it's yellow. This is kind of a, ooh, purple.
right. Kind of a purple, blue, whatever. It'll make a great looking drink
Right?
if that's a factor at all in your selection process.
And I don't know if I would. Did we have. Do you remember the cocktail with this?
Nope. Sorry.
I was just going to ask.
Do not.
So I
Should've
don't
took
know
notes.
if the cucumber. We might have to do some R&D. I don't know if the cucumber would.
Enhance. I almost think it's so mild the cucumber might distract from it. That makes sense.
I just don't know elevated gin and tonics that well. I don't know what else I would do with it.
Yeah, we might. Maybe we need to. Hey, Bree, or Anthony, a little help here because we did. I think sampled 9 gins that night. So yeah,
But on a normal gin and tonic, I would not be disappointed at this at all. I can see that.
yeah,
Very nice. Yeah.
yeah. That's a great bottle. If I'm being honest, I like yours better. I like them both,
All right.
but if I had to pick flavor, just based on flavor, Yeah, I'd have to go with the Drumshanbo gunpowder.
They're just so different.
Right.
Uh,
Yeah, not knocking either one.
no, no, no.
Um, but yeah, the Empress 1908 is really good. But yeah, I think I'd have to side with yours. Good pick, sir.
That's another win for the bottle.
Right?
Yeah.
Well, you want to try something in the
Yeah,
brown
let's
brown
go. Let's go
spectrum?
diagonal.
So we're kind of staying in theme, I guess. 3 imported alcohols.
There you
Kinda
go.
in theme, and 2 of those imports are Irish. So every now and then, I do enjoy a an Irish whiskey, and Green Spot is one of the. So I don't have a ton on the shelf at home. I've got Jameson Black Label. I've got Green Spot, and I've got the Redbreast 12, which are all kind of standard fare expressions of Irish whiskey. I'd say the most common ones. You can tell this one's been tapped into a time or two, but figured I'd at least share. Oh,
Had some
a little anxious to
oomph
get
behind
out.
it. Yeah.
Kind of let me know I did forget about it. So
And just to confuse everybody, we had a wonderful Jameson yesterday,
oh yeah,
which was 18 year
Bow Street.
Bow Street. Yeah, that.
That if you have not had it, uh, highly recommend. So Green Spot is a single pot still, triple distilled, 80 proof Irish whiskey. And gonna be honest, I haven't tapped into this in a while. It definitely has that almost leathery note that's kind of common with, to me, on my nose anyway, kind of common with an Irish whiskey. I don't know if you're picking that up or not.
Yeah, it's almost like a. I think I said this on something else, like a vanilla honeysuckle kind of.
Yeah? Yeah? I don't know why. When I was a kid, my dad always used the real leather chamois for drying his car.
A chamois, yes.
A chamois.
No, yes.
And when it got wet, the smell of it, and it wasn't a bad smell, it was a unique smell. And this reminds me a little bit of that wet leather chamois from my childhood. But
yes. All right.
weird, right? Hmm. That goes away completely on the palate, though. That's where your honeysuckle,
It is sweet.
vanilla.
Yeah. Not overbearing at all. It's just kind of a soft mute in the back. Just
Yeah, it is a real easy sipper.
and I know why that's almost gone now. I mean,
Well, I have nothing against Jameson. That was my stepson actually got me drinking Jameson years ago. Thank you, Zach. But kind of again like Jen, my blinders were on for a long time. That's all I knew was Jameson. And then I don't know, last 3-4 years, I've kind of slowly started branching out into the other aspects of Irish whiskey, and I really enjoy this one.
that is good. I might have to branch out a little bit because Mike was talking yesterday about all the
The different spots.
yeah
Yeah, there's yellow spot, green spot, and
gold spot.
yeah. Yeah, it's got me thinking too. I might have to reach out for some of the other varieties. So, but I do enjoy it. It's a nice, easy sipper, and I'll put it a little more body, a little more. It's subtle but bold in its difference from Jameson, if that makes sense. It's
Yeah, I would. I don't think I would just go out and have a Jameson. But this you could sit down and
yeah,
have a pour. I don't know what you call just a.
a dram.
But yeah, I mean, I could enjoy just sitting by the fire or whatever, especially right now. But
Right?
that's a good drink.
Yeah, it'd be a good campfire sipper. So, and other than that,
I hope we confused everybody today.
so what's next? And Sam can. No, you've got an opinion, Anthony. I know you always do. Dan, um, actually, Sam Ken is able.
Oh, you can't.
He disclosed his alias to me.
Yeah,
So-
but you can't. You're on the line. You can't
all right.
do that.
Shh, didn't say that. Camera. So anyway,
Bill, get that camera fixed.
but yeah, what would you guys like to see us try next? So I have a feeling we'll be back to some kind of. Well, I know we'll be back to at least one whiskey next week. That would be I'm assuming the Old Forester discovery.
I'll pull her out.
All right, I might. I'm gonna have to rummage through the shelves, or maybe I'll just have to add a bottle. I don't know, but
The 1924 is still hard to find, and I'm lucky I grabbed it. Is it too early to sacrilege that bottle, or should we just have it?
that's your bottle. I will drink whatever you make with that, whether it's in a shot glass or a cocktail glass.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm not above any of it. Maybe we return to a couple of cocktail recipes next week.
We can do that.
I don't know. What do you guys want? Let us know.
Yeah.
Oh, we're over here.
Take a vote on the comments on this video of what we should do with the 1924.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Do you want just a straight up review, or Dave? I don't know. Old fashioned whiskey sour or something more extravagant than that.
Yeah, let us know.
Yeah. And on that note,
That's it. We
I
out.
think I'm gonna finish my sip, flush my liver out with about a gallon of water again, and get back on track for next week.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot, you guys. Hope you have a great weekend. We'll catch you next week.
Thanks, guys.